He's chasing records. He needs 2 to break a record and become the highest scorer in a season in the Roshan Saudi League. Currently has 33. Abdul Razak Hamdallah, who was currently on the injured list with Al Ittihad, got 34 with Al Nassr the last time they won the title back in 2019. He also comes into this game with 48 goals in 49 games in all competitions, so has such an incredible CV, and he has brought that to bear at times for Al Ittihad this season. Well, we had the ring of fire in the boxing ring in Riyadh last weekend for Usyk against Fury, and something similar there in the tunnel to welcome the two sides tonight. The final match of the campaign, but there is always plenty on the line when Al Nassr meet Al Ittihad. Ronaldo looking for yet another goal-scoring record. But Al Ittihad know victory could send them into the Asian Champions League 2. Al Shamrani in charge, all of our match officials from Saudi Arabia on the final night of the campaign. There is a cup final still to come for them, and they'll be determined to pick up some form here tonight, albeit with a side which bears very little relation to the one which will be stepping out in Jeddah on Friday night against Al Hilal.
Play off the right from the off rather than that left flank, which has been kind of his position for many a year, so they've had to rejig things, but top quality operators at the top end of the pitch.
Now Garib once again has support from Ronaldo, but the flag is up for offside, and we had, and they ended a sharp sign from Al Tawoun. And he's kept 6 clean sheets in 12 games in all competitions, but this only his 4th appearance in the Roshan Saudi League. Conte on the move, but Fatil gets there first, but Conte quickly back to his feet. He was closed down by Mohamed Quessem. Ronaldo going down. He was the meat in the sandwich there, and it will be a free kick for Al Nassr. Al Shankiti getting the better of Mane, but it was quickly given away. Jota caught in possession, and Ronaldo almost threatened. He was on the way to becoming the record goal scorer in a season. Luis Castro will be keen that Mane doesn't pick up another yellow card. Here is Ronaldo. No flag initially. Ronaldo needs support, or does he? He doesn't, but then the flag is raised. Well, it was some finish. When we see it again, he is clearly offside.
Yeah, he didn't have a little look over his shoulder. Well positioned, actually. Kadish's line with Al Musa. Yeah, you've got to admire the finish. That angle, only way you can score really, into the roof of the net. Crashes in off the underside of the crossbar, but gone in. There was an opportunity to release Ronaldo there. This is that clear offside from a few moments ago, and I thought there was an opportunity for Ronaldo to take his line off Al Musa, the right-sided centre-half.
Champions Club Cup. That was right at the start of the season. Was beaten by Al Hilal in the Super Cup. Mane looks for Ronaldo. Al Nassr forward on the edge of the penalty area. But there is the flag for Ronaldo once again.
You may be suggesting that Mane just held on to it a fraction too long there. Just wriggled away from a couple of challenges.
Reba's the opportunity to look to release Al Nassr further forward. Hassan Kadesh, though, does well. Ronaldo almost won it back, and I think he knew he got the final touch there. He heads into traffic and it's Al Sahim who comes away with the ball. Now Garib. And he's got support on the outside. And the cross in will find Mane. And Mane's shot though was too close to Al Mahasne.
Had Garib coming in field. First time we've seen this from Kassim on the overlap. Good ball. 3 players.
Never arrived. Al Salahim. Garib. And here is Ronaldo. Al Mosa drawn out to the centre. Only Mane in the middle now for Al Nassr. But it's pulled back to Al Salahim. And he was quickly closed down by Jota's cross in is quickly cut out, and Al Salahim is able to hammer the ball away. And there has been a goal in the game between Al Wahda and Al Hilal. Mohamed Kano has put the champions ahead, and that is their 100th goal of the
15-20 minutes. Well, Al Nassr started with the majority of the ball and the majority of the chances, but Al Ittihad, for such a depleted 11, probably looking the slightly better side at the moment, and the most likely maybe to create something. So yeah, so far job Gallardo to get through this first half and potentially take a few more risks as the second half wears on. So yeah, I would say absolutely.
Which does add a high degree of...
Garib unable to get to the byline and produce that delivery that Ronaldo will be waiting for.
Garib does have 11 assists in all competitions this season, 6 in the Roshan Saudi League. His corner looking for Ronaldo. Doesn't quite fall for Al Hassan at the far post, and I wonder there if Ronaldo just took the ball. He's given the ball away rather cheaply to Al Naji, and here is Ronaldo. Just running out of room.
Probably not too teams that have been deployed at any stage from the off this season, such as the amount of changes. So just searching for that rhythm really in the opening half. But like I touched on a few moments ago, I think Al Ittihad
here is Al Bashar. Al Salahim and the cross.
18-yard box. Again, neat play on the left. That's been a connection which has been there.
Time left in the first half. Here is Al Naji. And there is space for Mane. The early ball in for Ronaldo! And the flag is raised again. And the celebrations are stalled for now. A look of bemusement on the face of Ronaldo. An equaling moment.
It looks like it's Ronaldo rather than Mane, and that picture would suggest so as well. It's a thing of beauty from Sadio Mane. It has to be pacey, and it's the right call. It's gone a fraction too early once more, but admire that delivery from Mane. It's tough to get that spot on. It's inch perfect, pace, direction. It's the right call once more from the official on this near side.
Well, the celebration. Now an opportunity for Quasim again. 3 in the centre. Ronaldo pulls away to the far post. We'll wait to see if he is the saviour this evening. But Al Oqdoud, at the moment, are heading out of the relegation zone. Here is Ronaldo. Takes the ball down superbly, and Ronaldo makes no mistake this time. And he's equalled the record. 34 goals in a Roshan Saudi League season for Cristiano Ronaldo. He seems to break a record with every single game, and that was classic Ronaldo.
Well, it's a brilliant pass, absolutely exquisite, and this time he gets his movement spot on. Great awareness, just a pull on the shoulder of Al Mosa, and then the finish is exquisite because he's getting pressurised, the goalkeeper, and
29 goals in all competitions for Al Nassr for Cristiano Ronaldo. Al Sahim coming forward again, looking for Ronaldo again, and this time Al Mahasne makes an excellent save. Salal goals, it was Third time lucky for Cristiano Ronaldo. A brilliant finish to open the scoring for Al Nassr and equal. Cristiano Ronaldo equaling the season goal-scoring record with his 34th of the campaign. Just before half-time, he did have
involvement. Looks like he's going to play off the right, so no change really in the structure of the team, just the personnel that's been altered quite majorly.
Given away there by Ronaldo. Ronaldo looking for the goal, which will give him the season goal-scoring record in the Roshan Saudi League. It would also be his 50th of the season in his 50th. Al-Bashar will clear.
If that's onside, that's a real let-off for Al Nassr. Brilliant ball from Fabinho.
Otavio now looking for Ronaldo, but it's covered by...
Good little bit of involvement. Al-Safar Harfi, the substitute, should have found Hadji a little bit earlier in the move.
Now Garib pulling it back, looking for Ronaldo, but it's cut out by Fabinho, and it will be a corner. It's a very deep delivery, but it was kept alive well at the far post by Abdullah Al-Amri. Garib. And it's worked wide towards this near side, but the crossing in the end from Mohamed Quazim. He was on the stretch, the ball to him didn't really help him out in its to have any hope of continental competition. Ronaldo, Garib, the cross is missed by Luis Felipe. Otavio, great challenge though by N'Golo Kanté. It's still loose inside the 1 points. Al Riyadh and Al Abdoud have 33 points and Abba have 35 points. Now Al Naji finding Ronaldo inside the penalty area, and he went for the far post. It was a very difficult effort. He claims a save to appear, and that's when Cristiano Ronaldo really thrives.
Al Naji did really well there. Good awareness just to hold on to the ball.
Scoring record. Now this was his opportunity to break that record here. He was never really set to pick out the far post.
No, just skipped up a little bit. The touch off his right toe just took him a little bit wider than maybe.
Turki Al-Jadi, 21 years of age, another player who has been used sparingly this season, as Ronaldo believes it should have been a back pass. Now Kanté, he's lost out. Here is Garib, left for Otavio. And Cristiano Ronaldo takes the ball in his stride. Now, was he caught on the edge of the penalty area? He was, and the red card is out. And Al Ittihad are down.
Dealt with maybe. Is it a genuine attempt? Is it just a natural kind of collision? No, I think he dangles the leg as well. It's not just the grapple there. I think maybe there's a collision with that right leg of Ronaldo's as well. I don't think that's going to be altered, that decision.
Well, the contact began certainly outside the penalty area, both players falling inside the box.
Since both teams have made a flurry of changes, so Al Nassr were comfortable.
Ronaldo's big moment. He was born to break records, and Ronaldo almost delivers another one, but that wall with a crate.
That was close, wasn't it? Just a nick. Nearly took it spinning. Off Hadji on the edge, was it? Yeah, off his back and jarred.
Brozovic with the corner kick. Ronaldo! That is the record! Ronaldo delivers in trademark fashion. And it's the season goal-scoring record in the Roshan Saudi League for Cristiano Ronaldo. 35 goals in a single season, and it's 50 in 50 in all competitions for this ageless maestro. A thunderous header, and that's what it means to his teammates and the Al Nassr supporters. 39 years of age, but he shows no sign of slowing down. And the records continue to tumble for Cristiano Ronaldo.
Well, he's thrilled, and as are his teammates, and it's a rarity to get a one-touch finish from a corner kick. Doesn't happen too often. It's a good delivery, and they just sleep. Shankiti just completely lets him run off the back of him there, and then he meets it with such power, such venom. The leap is there, everything that you'd associate with him over the years, hanging in the air, and a thumping header to break the record. And the delight is there for all to see.
Golden boots for Ahmed Al-Mahasne. Well, there is not going to be a hat-trick because Cristiano Ronaldo is going off. He's taking his curtain. That's his big moment.
It's a brilliant header. Meets it perfectly, and yet probably with hindsight sensible that he can now rest up on Friday. The record is why he was probably selected this evening, but now the job's done. Have yourself a rest for 15 or so minutes.
Well, there's congratulations from Luis Castro and then the rest of his backroom team, and I'm sure all of his teammates. And the player who has come on, Mashari out here. Garib against Al-Mahasne. 3-0. And it's a first league double for Al Nassr against Al Ittihad since 2018. 5 goals in Jeddah and another 3 here tonight in Riyadh and counting. Ronaldo doesn't score this time, but his team are finishing the league.
From the first minute, dispatches that one beautifully, and it's becoming a little bit of a thumping. And with the inevitability of some added on time, there could be another 15 or so minutes here, and this could get worse. Al Ittihad, Brozovic, Tavio, Garib, kind of patrolling the middle of the pitch now, dictating possession, even more so than they were.
1-0 challenge on Hadji. Al-Alaway. And Al-Alaway's cross, and the 100th goal is delivered by the youngster, Mashari Al-Namer. And deep into added time, Al Nassr bring up a century of Roshan Saudi League goals.
The two substitutes combining, and no question, Al-Namer has looked hungry since he's come onto the pitch. Back-to-back games that he's scored in now, and that's a brilliant delivery off the right-hand side.
Cristiano Ronaldo's night, breaking the season goal-scoring record. 35 goals for him in the Roshan Saudi League this season. Al Nassr also chalked up a century by the end.